A little bit sick this morning, but you know.
Oh,
Um,
that's right. Yeah, you've been sick.
yeah, it was actually started actually at midnight. I just got shivers and fucking just just absolute like
It's running worse with
wet
FSR.
fucking sweat all over me. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely catching a fever. And this morning I
Shit.
was like, yep, yeah, I had to cancel my physio appointment this morning, and I was like, yep, definitely coming
Yeah.
down. So just pumping in at a pretty oily, fatty carb breakfast for the first couple rounds of pills and vitamins in. I had a 4-hour rest, and then here we are. I just had some sort of like a chicken soup just before, but I'm actually feeling a lot better. But I think I'll be even better tomorrow with a decent
Yeah.
sleep tonight. So hopefully
Oh,
get to the
wow.
gym tomorrow. But you know we don't want to push it. But it's all good. Okay. Now with this, what I can show you, which you might not have seen, I'm gonna stream in Discord for you so you can see. Because you don't have access to it. Now that
Okay,
I'm
let me
group
have a
leader,
look.
just to give you an introduction for a view of everything. Let me know if you can see it.
There we go. Yep. Okay, I can see it now.
Yep, no worries. So we obviously have the operations menu that you have here, and you got missions 1 to 9, which you will definitely experience, and you've obviously just been playing quick match. At the top left here, you'll see you've got threat that's at minimal, and it's signified by pressing R. When you press R, you'll have the difficulties ranging from minimal all the way to absolute.
Ah,
Each difficulty will obviously have their sub things that they introduce. Obviously, absolute being the most difficult, and minimal that you've been generally playing on just because you've been trying to enjoy the game. So obviously, playing assault, like you've mentioned, you really enjoy it. It actually is the highest ceiling of all the classes, because as you've just identified as well, playing it. When you're going in and swinging your hammer and whatnot, you tend to be stripped of a lot of health and sometimes armor. That becomes even more painful throughout the game modes, and especially in absolute. Hence why it's the highest skill in the game mode. Okay, so just for future reference, if you want to jump into operations, pressing R to change your difficulty, various missions, and then obviously whatnot. Campaign and internal mode for PvP, same. Different things going into the launch bay. You can make sure you do a private mode, which you don't want to be doing, but the 3 modes that you've got there. Now I mentioned in stream the data vault. So if you simply just press tab on your screen, you have the 3 sections, the armory, and the launch bay, and the data vault.
yep. Yeah, I can see that.
Yep, pressing data vault. So if you want to click data vault, it'll actually bring you to this, you would say, library area.
Oh, shit. I've been running everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, no, pressing tab, pressing data vault and whatnot, you don't have to go to the army. A lot of boys tend to like to run to the army. It's a bit of an immersive effect. But yeah, generally pressing tab and clicking the certain areas
Very cool.
gets you around various things. So I see that you're in the army at the moment, your various classes, and then your
Yes.
perks, obviously. Yeah, so your requisition points are obviously acquired throughout the PvE. Your cap is 2,000, so I highly suggest that you keep an eye on that since you're leveling everything, that you spend them to reduce that cap. Each class obviously has a maximum of 25 with a prestige of 4. There's 100 levels per class if you want to maximize it to a max prestige. So entirely you have 600 levels in total. No rush, no entailing. There's no rush to get to it at all. All that does is providing a prestige perk. If you look at your perk tree at the bottom, last patch was just introducing the prestige system, which you can have 4 complementary perks to your original perk system,
Okay, yeah.
which you select. And every time you do prestige, it'll result you back to level 1. And as you can see in core, team, gear, and signature, you'll have to re-level those again to obtain these perks. But the general prestige perk stays with you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Yes. That, and then you'll get,
yeah,
so you'll get the first prestige,
yep,
and then you'll
which
reset, and then you'll do
yep,
it all again, then you'll get the second
yep,
one.
yep, correct. And then obviously doing that for the various classes. Anyways, chewed up enough of your time. Let's get purging. Hopefully that just gives you a little bit of an overview on how to
Yeah,
just know your
thank
way
you.
around systems and whatnot. So what we'll do is we'll just bump up the difficulty a little bit more. We'll just go
Yeah,
to
go
standard.
for it. Go
Oh,
for it.
sorry, average. Let's go to average. Let's say a map that might be a little bit of a different dynamic for you because you haven't played every map, have you?
No, no, I haven't.
Okay. Well, why not? let's play the recent level that was introduced as well as the new boss. Let's play Exfiltration.
Let's do it.
This is my favorite map, personally. And I think the map complements the assault class a lot personally in certain areas. So you might find this. What I might do, actually, I might bring it here in class.
What your picture on Discord is so clear. What graphics card are you running?
I'm running a 4080 at the moment.
Okay.
And I have Nitro, as well. I think
that's yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I pay because I can have things I stream certain things as well in other Discords and shows and whatnot. So
And what CPU were you running?
I'm running a 7800. No, is that right?
Yeah, 7800 X3D.
Yeah,
Or I think
X3D. So I bought my original CPU was a 7900, but it changed, if that makes sense, because the 7800 X3D actually had the same benchmarks, and I was playing intensive Tarkov at the time, so I kind of gained like a very small FPS gain. So it was kind of like a trade-off there. So I kind of like side upgrade, if you will, because the benchmark was exactly the same, which is quite amusing. And so
I've got
7800.
I've got that CPU as well, and I'm running. I
Yeah.
bought the new AMD 9070 XT,
Oh, nice.
so very similar to a 4080 or a 5080.
So I built this PC originally to play Star Citizen. That's what my intention was a 5. So I built up from the motherboard up. So I invested about 5k into it, and I've actually invested more because I bought the new NVMe 5 4TB. So I've invested a little bit more, and I haven't even put 50 hours on Star Citizen. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that. But then again, it's been good. But
Yeah, I played that recently. Do you use the program Lossless Scaling?
Oh my god, I've been hearing you and watching you run that. Apparently that is quite rough.
Yeah, Star Citizen went from unplayable to playable, pretty much, like in New Babbage and stuff.
Ah, yes, I might have to have a look at that.
It's really good. $10 on Steam, well worth it.
Okay. Definitely might look into that. The new player experience for Star Citizen like a few years ago was not a new player experience. It was like load into the game, fall through the bed, grab space. And then recently, it's been quite bearable. Like they give you introduction, they teach you how to play with the systems, which is good. So I might give it a few weeks. There we go.
How many hours have you put into this game, do you think?
I'm creeping up to 750.
Oh my god.
So I've been here since early access. I bleed this world. I love Warhammer. I bleed Warhammer. So playing, and the game is centered around well, everyone gives me shit for it, or everyone gives them shit for it, but I'm centered around the chapter of the Ultramarines. So it's just perfectly fitting. So yeah, I definitely bleed. So I got tattoos of my chapter and whatnot. So the class I'm playing for disintegration is the 2 I have a tattoo of the very class I'm playing right now. So yeah, definitely love it.
Very cool. Do you paint Warhammer as well?
So funny story with that, I attempted to get into it at the very early start of my ADF career, and how that relates to the question is I actually bought a lot of models with my disposable income at the time, but I wasn't very appreciative of time and appreciation for it.
Yeah.
So they stayed in the box for like over 10 years, and it was only recently I bought the recent edition of the models in Italy. I bought a few pieces over there and came back, and I have some ambition to return to the hobby this year properly. But
yeah,
I did a little bit because I was very young at the time. I didn't schedule models. So I gave them base code and certain things, but wasn't really invested or into the models. Not end time, so I was quite busy.
I get ya, yeah.
It's a time now, and it's definitely time consuming. So maybe honest. But I look forward to it. So. That's kind of hard when you've got a game as amazing as this one, they're practically playing.
It's so good, isn't it?
Alright, so I'm not too sure if you've been aware of these things over here, but if you ever see these around, these are called guardian relics.
Yes.
Seeing them around? Yep.
They're like a res, right? They res?
Correct. Yep. Correct. Take a little safety. Depending on how much time you invest in this game, you'll end up remembering all the places where they spawn.
Do you like the bulwark class?
I do. It is my main class. Though I'm fully hybrid in all class playstyles, but bulwark is definitely my favorite due to its parry. I don't want to say it's healing effect because its healing effect is generally something I wish was pushed off of it because we're kind of forced to go into a position of healing because place the banner down on your contested health and to heal other members it's like you want to use the banner offensively but generally sometimes you don't. So the playstyle of preserving a banner to heal everyone, you know, kind of contradicts the it's all been an offensive bulwark, but yeah, I do. I really my next class will probably be the tactician.
Okay.
Scan, so it's a very, very strong class. Very strong class in its early days. One of the weapon systems that you may not know of, it has an underbarrel grenade launcher, one of its weaponry. With the scan, certain enemies and the grenades that you can shoot at them, you can one-shot after level bosses. So, good fun back in the day. I grabbed that relics into the one.
This positioning is disadvantageous. Do not linger too long in any one spot.
Transport lift status incomprehensible. Begins, ceases. Begins, ceases.
Ignore the servo stuff.
This level is very complementary to an assault class, especially this first area.
Okay.
You've got a lot of verticality. On higher difficulties, getting to this door can be quite a mission. You've got just small waves. Whereas sub missions are quite limited to your class, corridors and whatnot. Squad.
I'm surprised that this game hasn't turned up on like the legacy media as toxic masculinity or something. It's just so good.
That's what happens when a game is fundamentally its fundamental gameplay is good.
I know, right?
It just overshadows the
no woke bullshit. Yeah, exactly.
Even some of the girls that I've known, there are plenty of girls that I know that play this. They're like, fuck, I love the testosterone in this game. I'm like,
yeah,
it's a world of testosterone. It's a world of man. Yeah, we're not being bigotry here and whatnot. It's just the way it's created. And, you know, trying to change it for a fan base that's been around for years is.
Yep.
So what I just picked up here, I'm just going to drop it down again. This is called the Gene Seed. So it's especially for you that's picking up. The game perspective essentially is extra XP. So generally those who are carrying it want to
gotcha.
experience, or a class is not going to be able to be losing it or whatever. But there's no detriment to losing it that much. You just lose a little bit of 600 XP. But and lore-wise.
Oh, look, I know a little bit. I've listened, like, not because of this game, but a while ago I was listening to there's this guy who sort of explains the lore and reads out stories of the lore or
Yeah,
what it was like living in an Imperium city.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah,
So
the item
you
that I
must know
picked up is
lots.
Oh no, I tend to, but I'm definitely no lore master. That's for sure. I know enough for my own chapter,
Yeah.
respectfully. But the item that we just picked up was the gene seed. So it's essentially the gene seed that comprises in all of the space marines that we are. Obviously, just a small thing is to get that back to the ship for future development and future space marines. And then create essentially our blood. That there's an extremis. On absolute difficulty, those come in threes at the same time. So your next section is what we're going to do. If you notice your health is a little bit low, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to get you an execute.
Oof, that was my bad. I'm really slow to press C and stuff.
That's okay, that's okay. So we're going to want to get up. Watch that sniper shot there. I'm going to put this one into an execute right now. So you're going to execute this guy. And you'll notice that white helmet.
Yes.
There you go. That's cool health. That is a fun battle. There's a thing called contested health. Obviously if you get hit, your red life bar turns to white. That is the health that you're currently fighting. And there are certain perks and certain possibilities that help you regain that. Your contested health can also drop at a rapid pace or a slower pace, and certain classes in there first will reduce that speed as well. So,
Okay.
but once again, you are playing the highest class ceiling, which I love. A lot of people. The first integration of the assault class was not welcomed a lot, especially in the early parts of the game because it was very difficult to play. It was punished. It wasn't rewarded in its play style. But nothing can get away from the fact of just vertical dominance. You know, jumping up in the sky, slamming something.
Yeah.
on the ground.
It's usually not a class that I play, but I actually am quite enjoying it.
But obviously, prestiging and getting most of your perks and hit level 5 all the time, you find obviously you're going to develop a skill set and receive all those prestiging perks that are just going to make you absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, this is a class that will probably benefit the more points and perks and you get in.
Definitely does. Some classes obviously have it a lot easier being not prestige than others, that's for sure.
Yeah, yep.
So the mission objective here is just going to stay heavy. He just want one of those holes. So what we're going to do is going to try to grab one of these charges that he's trying to grab right now. And essentially we're going to grab the nonce charge and ping in the unit here that I've got. We're going to try to find these holes that are around this map. Identifying a hole that's right here. I'm going to drop the nonce charge. Plug in that hole. That objective. Higher the difficulty sometimes may increase the amount of time to do that. It can go up to maybe 3 to 4, whilst being attacked by extremist units as well. So that can be quite fun.
Ah, gotcha.
You might want to grab that. It's always handy as an assault class to have medicines on you as well. Generally prefer to put it on the assault because essentially assaulting gradually the first one in being run to step back think of it.
I think assault, we have a skill that speeds up cooldowns as well or something.
Yes, correct. So as your squad cohesion that you have, you're giving me a 10% increase in my squad ability and my banner. Or making it return faster, 10% faster, which in turn is extremely beneficial for you because, as you just saw before, you lost all that contested health. I placed my banner down, you healed off of it off an execute. So
Yes.
all the team perks work incredibly well, they synergize well with each other.
Yes.
So, but then you get the I'll put this disclaimer out here right now. Even though I like to play it at an elite level, being around the whole meta, being an Eve player yourself, the whole word being meta, the meta way of playing things. In this game, everything works. Everything works. So you can play anything, any way you want to play. It is completely fine. It's just the word meta in this game is sort of like, sometimes I feel like it's a grain of salt because I've had certain play styles and played at an exceptional level, and some people question, oh, are you using that first because, you know, this is something like, it works and stuff. The whole thing is broken, it's not broken, why fix it, you know, why change it? You know, this video, guys. Anyways, I'm getting derailing on here, but you understand what I'm saying. So don't be caught up in what's better in this. Everything is love, right? So you're just gonna have different experiences, I guess. Gonna make it like a captain point. Shit, I think we got the thing. Nice, you just completed an ordeal that popped up bottom left of the screen.
I am out of the disruption field.
Ah, that's what I did too.
Resume console disruption at once. Establish perimeter around console.
I think one of the big stable points that which I'm very surprised to say about is conservative servants. Obviously, I think it's a game workshop. They're drip feeding general content, but I think what would be a good incentivization for this game is people are very drawn to the cosmetics to this game because the cosmetics are a big part of this world.
Sure, yeah.
There's a lot of different types of space marines.
Yep.
The invest time for that would be good. So certainly you'll see a lot of complaints about that and stuff.
Did you buy any of them, like the salamanders or?
Yeah, so my early Ultramarines pack that I bought was the biggest pack of Purge. That gave me a full season pass.
Oh, cool.
Ahead of time. So I'm very fortunate in that regard. So, but even though I have them and I have all those cosmetics, I still play the standard color because it's my chapter. So generally don't wear them. So we're trying to find them, and I don't find the battery packs. So these are generators here. If they're blue, they've obviously got a battery pack in them. If you want to be finding a generator that's red and that's empty, that's why I'm carrying the power cell. I think there's one down here that I've just marked for us. There we go. Marking the next point for us.
You trifle with the only hope against the hive mind the Imperium has left.
Within the sphere of console negation. Terminal connection offline. Console is secure.
Return to Metrian's containment unit.
So the whole objective of this entire mission is there is a Adeptus Mechanicus, essentially the realm of machines. One of the systems here has been corrupted, and we're here to extract that brain matter, or the cognitive function of this machine, and extract it out. So it's, yes.
It's so dark and grim, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the grimdark future of the 40K. If you want to come over here and extract the brain, that's there.
The pulpous grey matter.
There we go. And now we exfil.
Pilot, Viridian is ready for evacuation.
So that sound cue in the top part of your screen, you can obviously enemy wave in a minute. And absolute difficulty, that thing is just always on pulse. Waves.
That'll be
So
cool.
you'll obviously develop the sound cues that you hear. There's one for extremist mobs, which are those guys that come out, the flying brains, that green lasers, the Ravenar, the worm that slithers under the ground. They have their individual sound cues, and then you have the wave sound. I guess you can have all them at the same time.
Yeah.
More to Purge for the Emperor, brother. That's what it is. Nice. Very nice.
Do you play any other games, or what were you playing before this
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, so I was just on Dark Time. I play a lot of the games. My gaming background is MMORPGs, so
Same here. Same here.
I played 17, 18 years worth of World of Warcraft.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
to leave that career. I left that career to invest in FPS and Tarkov to get away. But I played WoW for a very long time before and post the military. It was actually a big incentivization for my recovery as well when I was in a recovery station all back.
Yeah.
I
Speed
shall
that
wait
process.
until all are present.
Yeah, I played a lot of Escape from Tarkov, which I enjoy due to because it's the most dominant game in that franchise or category. And then, as of recently, in the last couple of years, I've actually been, I would say losing a skill set, but the way I can describe it is that I feel like I'm getting into a very casual dad game era, if that makes sense. So, but I like, you know, not losing skill sets, like I play games generatively and I like playing them in the eyes and whatnot, but the investment of time is being reduced. Even though I have
Absolutely,
all that,
yes.
like, I just go, nah. And it's a little bit worrying for me, personally, if I'm going to say so. I don't enjoy the gym as I once did because I was quite an obsessive gym enthusiast. Because now I go to the gym with the general thought of like, you know, I'm here to just make sure my back is good, 7 minute deficit, hit a little 10% of fat. But I don't relish into living in the gym anymore. I don't have that desire. I just only want to go home and game. But I get home and game and then go, what do I do the game? What game?
Yeah.
So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, mate, if I was to be completely honest with you.
I understand.
Yeah, so kind of like when I look at, I generally look at the new games at the moment, as we always do, because let's be honest, anybody in chat or anybody as a gamer would experience and know this feeling is you have that 9 to 5 clock-in game that's your staple.
Arrived at access.
But
Yeah.
you don't want to play it.
Refilling
You go to
magazines.
Steam to try something else, and you're in your library for at least an hour.
War gear
Like,
replicated.
Yes.
What the fuck do I play?
Yep.
I'm back at that. Into siege mode for this mode has come out. Hence why I've been very excited because there was a recent month of the Skulls month. So, but in saying that, we'll get back to the point. Hope you enjoy this next part here because welcome to the Tygon, which is the new boss
Ah.
introduced in this patch. So if you remember when we first started this mission, there was that grub worm kicking you around in the sand. That's this
To the atmospheric disturbances.
Tygon and Ryan.
Nutrients leveling. Trigon vulnerability data for steel displays.
The Imperium demands the Trigon's extermination.
Nice! Very nice. Quick on the jump, that's this one. Okay, so now we're going into a phase where, remembering we did that mission objective, plug in the hole?
Yes, yes.
So there are melter bombs scattered across the room. So you want to grab those melter bombs, identify the hole, and plug it. So I've got one here, and I'm going to plug this one. To find the holes, obviously, they're denoted by the smoke that's coming out. Once you plug them both, this is get this phase, where he goes into explore a fucking phase.
I think I plugged one.
Oh, they're already finished, because that's why he's...
Oh, okay, alright.
He won't be jumping if they're not floating. Right.
My weapons are only vapors.
I think he likes you because your name's Hugs a lot. He's trying to hug you.
Ah! He's just after me!
Very nice. In a pinch as well, if you can find the dexterity for it, if it's you can use your jump jets and your non-wedge dodge as well. And there is an exciting perk with it, so we can play.
Okay.
And yeah, if you dodge with your jetpack, there's a perk where if you do a dodge with your jetpack, you just get it back.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So it's a very nice skill set if you want to try to practice that. I'm actually doing that for an ordeal at the moment, which requires you to do that 200 times. So, GG and mission complete.
That was cool. Yeah.
So there's an extra bit of XP. So I think that mission there definitely complements your playstyle. Sorry.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
The way it is. So. And yeah, like I mentioned, I put in your post in your Discord. You've come at a fantastic time for this game. If anything, I a little bit envy you for the fact that you've got so much content that's laid out on your plate at the moment. You've got all this prestige, all this, drip that you get to see.
Yeah.
And then you'll be rolling into the siege mode, and siege mode is, supposedly the devs have only got to level 20, but it's essentially a never-ending mode, essentially.
Stings.
So
Thank you.
That's something that's incredibly fun, especially with a couple of battle brothers. So.
Yeah. Part of the reason why I actually did buy this game is because I saw the roadmap and they've actually stuck to it, and the game itself is holding a really good player base.
Yeah, the player base of 40K is incredible, and the fact that they're Saber Interactive as a company, they're actually
Thanks, Commander.
The way that they've managed that is actually why I'm very, very proud of them. Like, I've been around since, if you've ever played a game called World War Z. Do you have another time for another one, or do you just go off?
Yeah, no, I could definitely do another one, yeah.
Let's do it. We'll do something that might be a little bit different for you.
Thanks, commentator. Thanks for stopping by, mate, as well.
A little bit of chaos. Heretic banter. Yeah, if you've ever played World War Z, if you ever know that
I
game,
personally haven't, no, but I've watched stream. My mate used to play it, and I used to watch him stream.
Same system. So when you're attacking the Tyranids, them rushing you, that swarm tech is the same as the zombies, but obviously in a better format, a better engine, as the exact same system. When I heard that Saber Interactive had taken over this game, I said, whatever the enemy is, or the enemy platform is going to be,